G'day guys, welcome back to these videos. What can we say, you know, I've been working on this one for a while. I had a couple of, and by the way, I found this one, I still can't find my other one yet. But, so the old saying is, you know, when I want to come up with this topic, you know. This came up a few days ago, someone mentioned about something, and I said, man, that's a good topic. But before I start the bullshit and me waffling on, I need to get a yum chart into my new Jamison and Pinwiki cup. Okay, there it is. And guess what, guys? This is it. This is the final yum chart out of this bowl, the final pour. Okay, there it is, the final pour. The bottle is gone to heaven now. Let me get the last drag out of there. Check that out, mate. The last it. That's it. The bottle's finished now. Guys, cheers. Got the yum chart into me. Okay. Now the bottle's gone to heaven now. All right, so we'll get rid of the bottle. All right, what are we going to waffle on about? All right, let's get rid of the box. You wouldn't believe it. A couple of days ago, I got into the mail from my my marketing department. Sent me this. I couldn't believe it. I started cracking up again when I saw this shit. All right, check that out, man. Have a look at that. Look at what the guy's done, you know, my marketing department, you know. So, yeah, they came up with these ones. Now, new ones, round ones, and more of these. But wait, there's even better ones coming out. Hey, check that out, man. They wrote down all my sayings, my one-liners and all this stuff, basically, you know. But wait, check this out, man. Check this out, okay? Check that out. Look at that, you know. Now they're into coasters, into cork coasters now, you know. Check them out. Check them out. If you guys want these type, just reach out. My marketing department, you know, will mark them up for you guys. You know, you can put your yum cha, your coffee, put whatever you want on them. You know, you can hang them in your car from the rearview mirror, you know, spinning around like this. Check that out, man. You know, look what they've done for me. I couldn't believe it. I cracked up laughing when I saw all this, you know. All these, you know. Yeah, and the lines keep going down. Classic line. This was not my line. This was a line from a guy from Utah. And a lot of people are using this line, you know. And this is, you're having an Uncle Doug, mate. An Uncle Doug, you know. Yeah, check that out, you know. And all this, you know. And there's another one. You know, there's another one. I forgot about this one here. Have a look at this guy here. There you go, man. Look at that one. You know. So, yep, reach out if you want some of these coasters, you know, and I'll put them in the box and I'll send them out for you, you know, as a gift, you know. All right, what are we going to waffle on about? Let me get rid of the coasters. What am I going to waffle on about? This topic, get to the point, man, get to the point. I'm trying to think how I'm going to start this one off, okay? So let me get some of this stuff off there so I won't damage them and that. Okay, how am I going to start this off? I'm just trying to think how I'm going to start this off. Guy contacted me a while back, God, about a week or so, you know, that's how this idea came up, you know. And he goes to me, hey man, you know, I'm going to show you this. Okay, here he comes. I'm showing you what I'm going to waffle on about. It's in camera view, okay, there it is, it's in camera view. What this is a 14-inch monitor, okay. But the point I'm going to get to is, he rings me up and goes, hey Arthur, man, I've got a bit of a problem with my machine. All these sparks are coming out around here. Yeah, let me try to make some room so you guys can see. He goes, hey, around here, all these sparks are coming out there. I said, easy, man, just turn the music up and start going, woo-hoo-hoo. Start doing the dance, man, with all these sparks coming out of here, you know? He goes, seriously, man, you know, can you get to the point, how can I solve it? What's happening is, his tube is so cold that the suction out of the and by the way, when you don't do that, because if it was charged up, it'll be a bzzz. Okay, so what you got to do before that, you got to get an alligator clip, and let me get a fucking screwdriver for example. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use this as a joke. Not a joke. It's serious, okay? It's serious. What you do, you get the alligator clip and a screwdriver insulated, okay, with an insulation handle, okay? And you put that onto your screw on the earth, okay? Around the tube, there's an earth, okay? And you connect to your tube. Then what you do, you stick it in the hole again. Yep, we're going to stick something in the hole again. And then what you do, it will go underneath. Hang on, I'll put this back on. So, okay, so what you do, so that's on the chassis. Okay, you put that on the earth, on the chassis. Okay, then you get your cat screwdriver and you stick it into the side. Doesn't matter which side you do it, you know. I prefer going on the right side, going into the side, you know. And you stick it into the underneath the suction cap, and it goes and it will discharge. And once it discharges, you get your cap and you wiggle the two ears. See the two little ears on there, and you pop it out. By then, it will discharge basically. What the tube is like a big fat capacitor. You know, here we go with the fat people again. A big fat capacitor. So what happens is it charges up with the power because the flyback charging up the cap goes to the end and it charges it as a big fat capacitor. And what happened with his was he was getting all these fucking sparks coming because the tube was cold. And I said, and he goes, oh man, some guy told me I've got to put a bit of silicon around there. He goes, yeah, you make sure you put down cornings. So some stuff that's the one with the hooters, you know, the hooters. What do you think those big hooters are made out of? Down corning they are. So he goes, is that true? I said, yeah. You got to put a bit of silicon, you know. I'm not, whatever it is, clear, white, whatever, black, whatever, pink, whatever colour silicon you get. And what you do, you smear a little bit around the flap, okay? Around the flap, a little bit around and around. Around a bit of the silicon. So what happens is, when you put the clip back onto the tube, the silicon will make a bonding around there. It will stop the electrodes or high current coming out of the tube onto the tube, basically. It will eliminate that problem. But the best to do is you've got to use... Okay, well, I can't believe I haven't got one ready for you. What you got to use? That's right. The blue peels from the guys from up there in Breaking Bad out of Queensland. You got to use these peels. You got to put moisture bags. If you put a moisture bags inside the machine, it'll take the dampness because winter coming, it's a bit dry here and it's really cold, you know what I mean? So you got to use these. You're not for peel popping or snorting or cracking or whatever you want to use them for. And that's basically, it will take the moisture out of the tube because my test unit during the mornings when I come in to turn it, go because it's the moisture in the air, you know what I mean? But it has been cold, but I threw a couple of these peel popping bags in there, you know what I mean? So that's what I said to him, brother, and turn the music on and say, go, and all that. But make sure you earth the glue, don't stick your hand in there. And I had another guy, he was working on a black and white cabinet, and what happened, the banana was reaching in, trying to adjust it, okay? And what happened was, on the lead, on the flyback lead, I've never had it, 40 years in this shit, I've never had it. The only thing, no, I'll get back. What happens? He rubbed his hand, and the thing is, the lead had a slight crack in the lead, had a crack, and the crack it fucking rubbed against his hand, and he went numb on the whole body. He nearly croaked it. He nearly had a heart attack. You know, he's an old prick, just like me, like an old dinosaur. Not like some other people around this in Australia, but yeah. So he did that. I said, mate, I've never had that. I had one. I had a 26-inch Nanao. The tube was sitting on the bench and it was discharged. So I went there to pick it up and I grabbed it. It's been discharged, you know, hours, you know. So I grabbed it and the EHC hole, okay, the tube was on its side, you know, I grabbed it. The bloody EHT shot me right into the belly button and my arms went, whoop, you know, it contracted in. And they could hear the spark going. This is no shit, man. I can get the fat man and Jim the cardiologist heard it too, you know. And my boss goes, no, don't drop the tube, you know. Because those monitors back in the day, they were about $1,600 for the complete unit. And, mate, that was the first one I copped it in the belly button, you know. And it was discharged sitting there. So if you have a tube sitting there, put a lead on it, put it in there, just let it sit there. It'll discharge itself over time, you know. So, yeah, so because of winter, you get, as I said, put a bit of silicon around there, around the cap, basically. That'll eliminate. Okay, so we'll solve that problem. We're going to go with monitors today. I'm going to talk with different monitors. Okay. What happened was I received a monitor chassis. This is not the one. I received, this is my favourite fucking shit brand, Wells Gardner. I received a monitor in the mail. It's a Wells Gardner similar to this one. I've got it over there. I'll show you later. Okay, got it in the mail. I'm just showing you how bad something his was, worse than this piece of shit, okay? And what happened was, I borrowed this from a friend of mine. Okay, I do have friends, I do have mates and that, and I needed a choke out of there because his choke was fucking broken, okay? So in America, this is what they do. There's a lot of spare parts for this. Google it. If you've got a Wells Gardner, Google it. There's the numbers in the middle there. Okay, Google it. They've got spare parts in that. What happened was this one here, this has got a crack, hairline crack in the flyback as well. These are pruned for hairline cracking. But I'm just showing you what a monitor chassis looks like without the goo-goo juice. So this is what, I'm just a sample, but I just got it because of that, all right? So then what happened was, here it is here, okay? This is the guy's one that it got sent down to me, the boys, because it's out of a Sprint. They got a Sprint. Now check that out, man. Now look at this. You know, play the other videos, man. Check out how it was. Same model, same everything, you know. What happened was, this one was broken on his, okay? So what happened was, it was flopping around in the wind, okay? At the moment, nothing flops in the wind, it's so cold. So it was broken. See how it's sort of broken? It was just hanging there. So it's still intact, hasn't broken off. I could have put a bit of glue there to hold it into place and that. But a friend of mine gave me a chassis. He goes, look, take some parts out of that to fix it. So I did. So there it is there, you know. So it's just another one. The reason is, I've removed the shield, okay? I'll remove that, okay? The reason is because the flyback is in there, so I can't get into it, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck, I'm looking at the wrong, what a banana. What a sun chow. Okay, and what happened was the flyback is in here, so I cleaned it all up, okay, so I could sort of work on it and see what it looks like. So you could mainly, when you clean it, you know, you can sort of work on it and you can sort of see it, basically, you know. So I removed it, and the reason I removed the flyback out is because water can go into the epoxy and into the pots. So basically, if you ever clean a chassis, remove the flyback, you know what I mean? And then you just leave it like that, like this guy here, you know, it's nice and clean. I'm waiting for a flyback to come in. It should be soon here, so I can put it in there. So that's this guy's Wells Gardner. But the reason is, you have a look here, you can sort of see the crack. Yeah, there it is. You can sort of see how the hairline crack is. Yeah, it's fucked, you know, and coming back, you know. So, see how the hairline crack is? It's gone across. The reason that is, it's because dust build up, and all the power, all the voltage in this, it wants to escape basically out of there. And so what it does, if it's got dirt on there, so if your monitor chassis have got a lot of carbon or crap built up around it, just get the brush, clean it out, man. You're gonna clean it out, because what happens eventually, it's the epoxy in this is going to start hairline cracking, and then before you know, the little it's going to come out there. So like I said to you just before with the guy, see how the rubber insulation, it's like a spark plug lead, you know, when you got your leads on your car, you don't grab it, it's insulated and that. But the plastic had cracked on this black and white tube, and the poor bastard, like I was trying to say, here it is. Here, you imagine you're running your hand like this over it, and then, you know, yeah, he was fucked for months, man. He was fucking fucked for months because of this shit. So be careful when you're working with high tension, man, because we're in the kilowatt, you know, it's in the big boys, mate. It's in the thousands, okay? And the bigger the tube is, the more you're going to get it in the arse, mate, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, those big 38-inch monitors that we used to use back in the day. They had a lot of woof in there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, just be careful of that. So, yeah, the other guy put a bit of silicone around the flaps here on this to stop it from marking out, basically, because of this the dew on the screen, basically, on the tube. Now, I've got another one in, okay? This one's doing my head in. Here's another chassis. Here's a Nanao, all right? These are the 26-inch Nanao, all right? What happened with this guy is, I got it in. It's in a super sprint I'm working on. I decided to recap it. I cleaned it with my goo-goo juice. It was pretty shit. It was pretty shit, you know what I mean? What do you expect, man? These are from the mid-80s, you know? Super Sprint was, 88, whatever. Don't correct me. I don't care. Give me the thumb, whatever. And so I pulled that out. And what happened with this prick here, it kept blowing out my horizontal transistor. It kept blowing the shit out of it. And I go, why the fuck is it blowing me out? So this is a good topic why I'm bringing this up. So what I did is I got a reproduction flyback transformer for this guy here. Okay, the flyback transformer is this is what the flyback transformer. This is the flyback out of the Nanao. See how I removed it? Here's the flyback transformer out of there. There's the lead and all that. There's nothing wrong with this at all, but it's blowing my horizontal transistor out, basically, you know what I mean? So the circuit for that is here. I got it. Yeah, here's my circuit. So what happens is, this is the flyback section. This is the flyback section. Okay, this flyback, and I'm trying to find out where the horizontal is. The horizontal transistor is around here. Okay, where the fuck is the main one? Somewhere here. All right, fucking, I can't see properly. Yeah, man, you got your glasses on? Yeah, I have. You know. And then what happens is I'm trying to work out why is it blowing it out, basically, you know. The fuck is it, the horizontal, you know. Yeah, what the fuck is it? Hang on, the brightness. Where's the 2SD? It's over here. Okay. Yeah, all right, I'll find it, whatever it is, yeah. So what happened was, you know, this is a yoke, okay. Now this is a yoke, all right. Now this is a yoke out of a KZ-14, okay? Now I look like an idiot because I couldn't fucking see on the bloody diagram there quickly. This KZ, okay, the monitor in the tube. So now this one here is on the yoke is this. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna fucking find it now because I'm stubborn. All right, it's here. Okay, see this? This here, over here is the yoke. See that? The 4 plugs. Horizontal, vertical is your yokes, okay? This is your yoke section, all right? So what happens is this goes into your horizontal, connecting into your here it is here, man. Yeah, there it is. That's the horizontal transistor. Okay, if you follow that out, see how it goes into here, goes around, comes. Oh, I've got to get the little screwdriver, and you keep blowing that out in my yoke. Now what happens with yokes? It's not the ones out of the eggs either. Okay, all scrambled eggs and that. Here's another one. Okay, here's another yoke. You know, where are you pulling this out of your ass or something? Okay, now this yoke here, this guy here is out of that bloody Atari bloody, what the fuck is it? The Atari bloody game, that 19-inch monitor. Fuck, I've got a brain stop. It's the Atari piece of shit 19-inch. And we don't have 19 inches in here. What happened with this guy here? You have a look. The yoke has had a breaking. What happened was in these yokes, this is the front of the tube. It got these rubber stoppers around there. See this green shit around here? It's building up green. It's become electrolysis is building up. And what happened? It ate the track. It ate the coil. See how the winding is inside the tube? You got your tops and bottoms, so the picture comes out. So that's the back of the tube. This is the front of it. So you shoots electrons where it's scanning back. There's people talk about tubes. Google it. Explain to how you're going with it. With this tube, see how it's got all these little green shit around here? It's not green little Martians in that. It's those rubber stoppers in there that have gone hard over the years, and the moisture got built in. And what happens is it eats the enamel off the tube, off the enamel off the coil. And by doing that, you start getting shorts in the yokes, basically. So once you get shorts in the yokes, you're pretty fucked, basically, you know. So how do you fix them up? Is you got to get a ring tester. Fuck it, you know when the government's giving it to you in the arse, you need one of these testers, okay? So what happens is this ring tester, okay, you have a look at it. There it is there. And what happens is it comes with 2 leads. There's the 2 leads. And then what you do, for example, I've already got see the yoke. I put this on the horizontal, okay? That's horizontal, that's your vertical, okay? So you put that on there, you clip them on, okay? And see how the little LEDs come up? See that? It's saying it's good. Because it's saying it's good, you know what I mean? So now if you take them out and you put them over here, oh, for fuck's sake. If you put them out to the next one, all right, let's put it over here. Okay, now you sort of see that? You see back, it's good, you know what I mean? Because I'm pushing them in. See it? It's good. So that means the inside of the coil is fine with the ring tester. So that's what it's called, a ring tester. Google what a ring tester is, you know, not one of those things that you get fucking fucked by the government, okay? Now, with a ring tester, here's a flyback, okay? Oh, fuck. The guy, yeah. Okay, with a ring tester, with a flyback, you put them on your probes, on your pins, okay, and you're testing them out. See that? And so basically you can test inside your coil to see if everything is fine, basically, you know what I mean? Depending on because how you do the ring tester is, on the back to the circuit diagram, see how you got pin 1 and pin 2? So you put the probes there, it'll measure that ring. Then you put 2 to 3, it'll measure that ring. Then it'll do that, it'll measure the inductance in there of that. It'll help you out sometimes. It's to give you, if you understand, if it's fucked or not, basically. But if it's heating up and it starts breaking down, like my 26-inch Nanao, I think the yoke's fucked. But what I've done is I bought another flyback transformer to verify that. But my yoke checks okay, basically. My yoke measures okay, checks that out. But another way you could test out, because everyone goes, yeah, man, why did you get your multimeter and check it out with the ohmage? Okay, let me go back to this now. This is my idiot-proof multimeter that I carry in the car. It's spreading. I told somebody else, I'm not promoting it. It's idiot-proof, okay? What you do with that, you stick it into the hole again, the hole jokes again, and you're measuring it, okay? See how it's measuring 3.4, okay, what is it going to stop? It's, okay, 2.4, okay? But don't forget, hang on, it's, okay, my leads measure nothing, okay, hang on. When you short the leads together, it's nothing. All right, so let's put it back in there again. All right, let's put them back into the holes. Okay, there's my multimeter. All right, it's 2, okay, 2 mil, not 2 mil, 2 ohms or 1.9 ohms, okay, in the horizontal section. In the vertical section, it should be higher, okay? So you're measuring it. You see, it's measuring 50 ohms, all right? So that's another way you can check, but the problem with that is you're measuring a coil inductance in there with the resistance, basically. But with the ring tester, you can test that out properly with the ring tester. Monitors, trust me, man, I fucking hate the pricks, okay? Because they're easy sometimes and they're shit, okay? Now, here's another one, okay? Oh, here's another one, okay? Now, the guy with his poker machine sent me this monitor chassis. He goes, hey, man, can you recap it for me? Now, the caps are pretty old, blah, 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 okay? Now, check this out. How many caps in there? You got 1, 2, 3 caps. 3 big boys, okay? And I said, dude, this particular brand of monitor is commercial shit. They're not shit, okay? They are quality, I said. They are quality. And I keep saying in all my videos, if you're ever going to change a cap, make sure you use some quality caps, man. Brand names, not some fucking, Rob Con or fucking, whatever, some weird fucking name is, I've seen some weird names, man. Stick with the branded names out there, not because of cost or whatever. So what I did with this guy, I pulled it apart. I gave it a goo-goo juice wash. It was disgusting, Okay, that's the brand on it. It was disgusting, So what I did is I checked out, I put a bit up. Okay, what I've done with this guy is, over here, I had to put a bit of white stuff on there, some white shit there. I didn't cut, the white stuff is this stuff, okay? It's called this, okay? All right, not the other stuff. You use a bit of that stuff. It's shit. It goes everywhere. All right. So what happens is you sprinkle a little bit of that shit over there on the heat sink. It's for inductors and it heats and that. But this guy here, see this? His insulators, they had dried up. Okay, so I got rid of them. Okay, and I put some new insulators on there. Okay, the other ones had dried up basically on there, all the insulators. Okay, so you can sort of see I put a bit of new fresh white compact thing. What he was saying to me with this monitor was, he reckons when it was warming up, it was heebie-jeebies. What could cause that is around the tube, you got a degaussing it's a degausser. Sometimes your degausser, which is your degaussing circuit, is this. Okay. All right. Okay, see that? That's your degaussing circuit. See how we say degaussing coil? What happens with this is when you turn the power up, it conducts. When it heats up, it goes, let's opens up, And what that does is it supplies AC around the tube. Okay, it supplies around the tube like a degaussing so you can get rid of the purple patches or whatever. But you don't see it, okay? Every TV's got that back in the day. So it heats up and then it shuts and it opens up. Oh my God, fucking hell. So it shorts out, okay? Opens it up, disgouses it, and then it opens up. It stops. It's like you getting this, Yeah, it's like you getting this. Okay, have a look. It's not a dildo, all right? It's an old degaussing wand. What it is, it's a wand, and you press the button, and you go around the tube, go round and round, 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 and you get rid, and you move forward, backwards, and you clean up your screen on the screen, basically. You know what I mean? So that's with monitors. Okay. Now another one is everybody reckons, you know, on the back of the tube you got these little rings. Okay. Another one you can stick your fucking, you know, in there, you know. So that sits in the back of the tube. Okay, so it's like that, basically. That's how your tube sits. And he goes, oh, a lot of people go, oh, it's easy to adjust these. Mate, these are a prick of a job to adjust, basically. They are shit to adjust. Okay, there's plenty of information out there. Here's a book. This one here is out of a Cortex monitor, okay? I'm just showing you this. In this thing, it tells you, hang on, let me put it here so you can sort of see it. I'll hold it there for you. It tells you how to adjust the picture if you have a look, you know. And there's a lot of people out there, there's out of manuals and that. It gives you stage by stage how to do it. It is shit. It is really, really shit to adjust. I friggin' hate it. Now, you see these little rubber wedges? What happens with those? That's what I said to you. They get really hard. See the rubber wedges on the side? They get really hard. And then they start building up moisture. And the moisture starts eating your yoke. That's what happened to that other guy, the 19-inch, but his tube's fucked. Basically, there's no guts left in the tube. So basically, and that's what happens with this, you know, with tubes, you know. So if you got them in dry areas and there's a bit of moisture around, what's going to happen? You're going to get that fucking going around in there. So use those moisture. I keep telling you, use those moisture bags inside your machines, basically. Because if you don't, it'll take the condensation out of the air out of there, basically. So, as I said, I'm doing that because of you guys, because that other guy brought it up and said to me about, you know, about monitors. But, mate, sometimes, and this guy here that I've done the job, if you have a look, I'll always put Nikos in there, you know, basically. I've changed them. Okay, I'll do the job on it. Okay, you can sort of see that. You can't even see my work, man. Oh, you're blowing your horn, man. You're blowing your horn. So what I do is I left the original one still in there, you know. I haven't changed them all. Okay, they're still good because this monitor chassis hasn't had a hard life. It hasn't been, yeah, man, but it's old. No, it's not. They've lasted. They haven't dried up, man. I get some new ones out of packages, and they are shit. They're already, you get 100 mic, they're not even 100. They're fucking 80. You know what I mean? So when you get a good rate, a little bit higher, whatever, you know. But monitors are an arsehole, you know what I mean? So this one here's done my head in. I blew a couple of thingos, horizontal trannies out, basically. I'm going to send that other guy's monitor back. The other guy with the welds going, his flyback's coming in with this guy here. But as I said there, there's a lot of parts out there. There's a bit of regurgitation out of there. But as I said, you know, it's always hard to come up with a topic. So on that note, guys, you know, thanks for watching my videos. You know the old thing is, pinball machines and video games are a passion. If you don't like it, you can give me the finger or the thumbs up. As I said, I'm trying to come up with different topics to tell you guys. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Cheers, man.